Let's see how it's gonna go again. Welcome back. Well, folks, good morning and a pleasant welcome. Stay here in Guinea, where the ongoing process of the medical suppliers, the Montserrado County and CDC Senator Saah H brought to help the government of Guinea to combat Ebola. Remember, Guinea is hit with Ebola as we speak. So Senator Saah H has decided to help the government with some of the medical supplies that came in. So today we were expected to go to JK and that is, we were expected to stop to Zedikule and JK, but according to the security here at the border, the authority that is to receive these materials are not to work today, because today is Sunday and they did not reach out to all of them yesterday. So they advised that we should leave the medical supplies here and they will provide security. Then tomorrow the authority in Guinea will come to the border and they will meet with the Liberian counterpart. They will come with their vehicles. They will meet their Liberian counterparts tomorrow, and then it will be officially presented to the health authority in Guinea and other folks that will come along with them. So what's going on? The senator has agreed, along with the health minister of the Republic, to unload this 40-feet container. After unloading, they will give about 70 to 80% of it to the Republic of Guinea, and then it will be kept here by the security, and few will be distributed in Nimba County. Few medical equipment will be distributed in Nimba County, where the senator himself, along with the health minister, will go from health center to another to help and distribute those equipment that are needed to be presented to health facilities in Ganta, Sanikule, Yekepa. And they will also present it to the county health team, the Nimba County health team, and then they will present it to those health centers that are in need. So that is what's going on here. We came in Nimba yesterday. We were expected to enter Guinea yesterday, but the continuum had a problem. We had to stop and sleep in Nimba, and this morning we are into Guinea. That is, we are here at the border side of Guinea to help bring you coverage of what's going on. This is Spoon, and we will be here to bring you all of what you need when it comes to coverage. And let's talk a bit about the Honorable Saah H. Joseph is noted nationally in Liberia as the outstanding Liberian who fought Ebola, who contributed, who put his life on the line, who brought in ambulances and other medical equipment then when the country was confronted with Ebola. Remember, Ebola took away many lives in Liberia than even the coronavirus that is tearing the world apart. Over 2,000 Liberians died as a result of Ebola, and currently you have a little over 80 that have died from the coronavirus. So at that time, where the nation was in a complete state of dilemma, where everyone was afraid to move, everyone was afraid to do anything, and we thought that our country was finished. He was one of those lawmakers at the time. He was a representative who said, "This is my country, and I cannot sit and look at what's happening." He put his life into it, and he had committed men and women then who worked with him, who did everything they could. They went from community to community, from street to street, and at that time, people died in the streets. Family members were afraid of their relatives who fall prey to the Ebola disease at the time, and his ambulances were all around the city, around Monrovia and other parts of Liberia. They went from place to place at a time. They took the risks. Their lives were not placed first at that time. The country was placed first, and they did all they could to help the government of Liberia, then the Unity Party administration. And he did not think about his opposition stand then to say, "I am a member of the opposition community, so we're not going to get into this fight." He did not. He fought along with the Liberian. He fought with the Liberian government like any other citizen. He fought along with the Liberian government then, and they did what they could. So Ebola killed more Liberians. Ebola killed more Liberians yesterday when we were here. And coronavirus, yes, is tearing the world apart. More people have died than when Ebola came in few countries in Africa, Liberia, Guinea, Sierra Leone, and a little was felt in Africa. We heard about an outbreak, but it did not go for longer. Another hit was in Nigeria, but that did not go for long. But Liberia, Sierra Leone, Guinea, and those were the three countries that really suffered then. So after Senator, then he was a representative. After he helped the government of Liberia, they all fought with their blood and sweat with other international partners, the American government and other international organizations and countries that came to help Liberia when they fought Ebola, and they overcame Liberia. So what happened? Senator Saah H. Joseph, after he was successful along with his team, now called first responder, after they fought that battle and they became victorious, the nation won that battle. Sierra Leone was still hit. Sierra Leone was still going through serious fight. So what he did then, he had to put his men together. He said, "We did it for Liberia. We did it for Liberia. What can we do? Let's cross border. Let's cross border to our neighboring country that is being hit currently, where our brethren are dying. What can we do? Let's go over to Sierra Leone to help the government of Guinea. And he went there with almost all of the equipment or materials that they use, and the strategy they used then to help the Liberian government and the people of Liberia to get rid of Ebola. They crossed over to Sierra Leone with ambulances, health material, and other things that they were able to go along with. And when they joined their counterparts in Sierra Leone, they fought for about 3 months after they crossed over. That battle lasted for about 3 months in Sierra Leone after the Liberian Ebola crisis. He, along with his team, went to Sierra Leone and they met with the Sierra Leonean government, comprising of the health sector, and they began to fight together, and that fight lasted for a complete 3 months, and they fought. At the end of the day, Sierra Leone was successful in using the strategy or the ideas from his team, where he was also a driver. He was into it, and they went from town to towns, from village to village, and from cities to city, and they did all they could. They helped also in bringing to an end the corona, that is the Ebola virus, then in Sierra Leone. And after Sierra Leone, Guinea was successful in combating. Liberia was free. Sierra Leone became free, and the sub-region now became free of the virus. What happened again? After a couple of years, we heard about the deadly one that is tearing the entire globe apart, where big countries in terms of fighting here and whatever breaches, whatever you think about, are currently being hit, where their citizens are dying per minute after this Ebola, that is coronavirus, came. When the coronavirus came again, his team, the first responder, they got on their feet, and they have been fighting. They have been fighting from door to door, helping the government of Liberia. But yet, Corona, I'm sorry to say Ebola, Corona is still in Liberia, but it is not as much as other countries that you know, like the U.S. and other countries. So Corona is being suppressed in Liberia. The government of Liberia, the people of Liberia, with their past experiences in fighting a deadly disease, they were successful in taking that to the fight against coronavirus. So recently we got the news, we read the news, and we watched the news that Guinea again is confronted with the same disease that came and killed more than 2,000 Liberians in the sub-region. People died every day. That Guinea is currently hit with that same Ebola. And what he did, he lobbied with his partners again in the U.S. and other parts of the world to help combat, or to help Guinea combat the Ebola disease. So what's going on currently, what you are seeing on your screen, wherever you may be, it is his way of combating, helping the government of Guinea and the people of Guinea to again defeat this enemy of the world that is here again to disturb the sub-region. So he lobbied around with other folks. According to him, 3 contingents were sent to Lena already, and he presented one to Montserrado County, that is health facilities in Montserrado, to say you can use these things to help fight coronavirus. And when we got the unusual news about Guinea and looking at what happened, how many people died, and how many citizens travel from Liberia to Guinea, from Guinea to Liberia, looking at the interconnectivity between the two countries. He thought it was to, again, at least send one of the contingents to Guinea with medical equipment and other supplies, PPE, gloves, masks, whatever you may think about in terms of fighting. So today we are now in Guinea and they are unloading the 45th contingent that is met to be presented to Guinea. That is about 80% or plus of the equipment and other supplies in here will be presented to the Guinean security today. Yesterday we came in Nimba County, Gompa City or Ganta. We came in and it was already after 6. It was intended that we should cross over to Guinea and do the distribution in JK and Zedikule. Meaning if we were going to get to those big cities in Guinea, the medical equipment and other supplies were going to be distributed on health facilities there where nurses were going to get them and use it during their battle. So what happened? We came, it was after 6. The Guinean security said they had to communicate with their bosses in Zedikule and JK. And after the communication, we came this morning, they said the team in the two cities, that is the authority, the health authority, is not ready to work this morning. They are doing other things. So instead of them coming over today, which is Sunday, they appealed that the senator and his entourage should present the health equipment and other materials that they brought to help Guinea. They should present it to the security here at the border in Guinea. That is the Guinea side of the Liberia-Guinea border. And then tomorrow morning, the superintendent of Nimba County and his counterpart in Zedikule, the health authority and the Liberian counterparts will meet here, and then these health materials that you see here will be officially presented to the government of Guinea. Will be presented officially to the government of Guinea, and then the government of Guinea will take charge of the materials of the supply or the gift from the senator to the people of the Republic of Guinea. So he's here forming part of it. And he said, yes, after getting the materials, it was just something that he could sit in Monrovia and tell his team to hand deliver it to the people of Guinea. But he decided to come along with the team to show how serious it is and the importance of being a part of it. He wants to personally hand deliver it, like what you see going on. So now the Guinea security at the border here will be in charge of it until tomorrow morning. They will be in charge of it until tomorrow morning, and they will officially turn it over to the government of Guinea. So this is again intended to fight Ebola. Remember, we are still fighting coronavirus across the globe. Guinea is confronted with it. Liberia is also confronted with it. But another one that is terrible and deadly that came and dismantled the entire sub-region a couple of years ago has resurfaced. And I spoke with him yesterday. He said, James, if we cannot help Guinea and do this fight as a collective one, what's going to happen if this disease again overpower the people of Guinea? Liberia is not going to be safe, and the sub-region will not be safe. So when another nation is being faced with this fight, I think it is prudent that we all come together and help them. He said, that is why I am giving what I have to help Guinea. It is not because we have more or we are better than them. He said, no, our health facility or our health sector is not better than Guinea, but this is a way of contributing. This is a way of sharing with Guinea. And one thing he said again yesterday that I pick up and I think is necessary, according to him, not just materials, but they will also meet their Guinean counterparts to see how they can share knowledge. That is to give them what they learned in fighting Ebola yesterday in Liberia, those methods that they put in place that help Liberia to overpower Ebola. He said they're also going to meet the Guinean government to share with them. And tomorrow, the health minister of Liberia, I'm told, she's expected to also meet the health minister of Guinea, and that meeting is expected to take place in Conakry, the capital of Guinea. There where the health minister will go right after this process. She will move to Conakry, and there I'm told she's expected to meet her counterpart there to share knowledge in combating what the nation is currently faced with. So if you're just joining Spoon TV, we're here bringing you live coverage of the exercise that is taking place here in Guinea, where a senator has put aside personal gain or what you may call, profit. These materials, maybe if he was going to sell them, put them on the market, he was going to get thousands of US dollar, but he said no, it is not intended for personal use or to enrich himself. It is intended to help other folks to get health, to get a better health sector, to help them overpower what is considered as a deadly disease. And according to him, the next continue that is on the way coming will be presented to his breath county, that is a Lofa. Remember we heard about a suspected. Let's join him.
On ne sait pas aujourd'hui que la pluie vient, mais si c'est pendant la nuit, c'est bon. Merci beaucoup, ça, on vous remercie infiniment. Que Dieu vous protège, que Dieu vous donne une longue vie, la santé, la prospérité et la paix. Que Dieu augmente aussi. Nous sommes venus avec you know what you're going to do. You will be all day. Hey, allez, go, Blue. Il a fait la main.
So, the discussion you got here has to do with distinguishing between what belongs to Guinea and Liberia. And right after that, Liberia will take what belongs to them, and then the Guineans will also take their part or their portion of it. and they will now put it to a place because it's like the weather. Sometimes you have to show them. So if you just joining, we want to welcome you. We stay here bringing you live coverage.
See, that's a big, so if you get that one down, you put it there, then you put it on. Let them put that one on our side, so now we don't have to go.
So we stay here bringing you live coverage of the medical supplies that Montserrado County Senator and the Health Minister of Liberia brought to present to the government of Guinea.
You see that bed? The piece bed, one you know that delivery room.
So if you just joining, we want to welcome you.
President. Now, you'll see to us that Nigeria and Guinea, we are one communist country. You'll see to us that the thing that make us to feel bad, it make people to feel bad. The thing that make us to feel happy, it make us to feel happy. Now, she's very, very happy. Let me know what to say. But the materials we saw today, says you joined in the unit, you want to see all about it. So now she's very, very happy. You don't know what to tell you happy. So thank you for coming. Thank you for bringing this material for us. God will protect us anywhere we borrow tomorrow. God will be with us. God will promote us. Thank you. Thank you very much. We get the whole experience. We get a lot of it. Man, I'm coming by here. People will come. So they tell the report. We will make sure that we come and meet the people and tell them thank you for your for Guinea government. Thank you.
have on Liberia, we just want to know that we'll continue to work together to make sure all of us are safe.
Au nom des autorités libériennes, ils vont continuer à offrir la santé guinéenne. Ils vont continuer à faire des dons pour la santé guinéenne.
On behalf of the President, the Honorable Saah Joseph, the officer that's here, and myself,
N'oublie pas qu'il y a une maladie qui vient déranger nos habitants de souffrir. Ils vont toujours faire face à nos habitants.
Non, on a déjà vu.
Now, CEO says this year for yourself. For now, we call the head office and get the report to them. The support is brought for us. So, import this money. Now, everybody here. Now, the coming Thank you, Doctor.
They are Guineans who can speak clear English.